Hello my babes, how are you? If you're new, hi, welcome. My name is Michelle and this is one of my many collectives. This is called Are You Blessed or Cursed? We're gonna find out what's going on with you. I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will, not everything is going to resonate with everybody. And please keep in mind that roles could be reversed between you and that person, and that applies again, as I always say, around all day girls. So you guys should know that this is entirely general. So with this said, let's move forward. So let's see what is going on. Let's see, Mother Lilith, what can you give me? Thank you so much. Oh, okay. So we have here the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. This is giving Taurus and Gemini energy. I do feel like some of you feel like you guys are cursed because you feel like life, it's not easy, has never been easy. And you go like, oh my goodness, like, am I ever gonna get easy for me? Often I do feel like you have or often experience depression, anxiety, maybe nightmares and despair. It feels like often relationships don't work for you. Like you go like, okay, I'm releasing the pain again. I'm trying to be optimistic and forgiving, but every time I open my heart and thinking that I'm gonna finally find happiness or marriage, it just does not work. And it seems right here that half of the time people show up in your life and they have this kind of greed. And even if you don't have a lot of money, as I said before, sorry, some of you be like, oh my God, I'm never happy. I'm never like completely there, you know? And as I said before, sometimes people are selfish, materialistic, greedy, and they take from you and you're like, I can't give anymore. Am I really blessed or cursed with these people? Like, why me? I always lose I lose an opportunity with somebody, or it could be a lack of planning, or it's like they don't appreciate me. And you go like, isn't my love unrealistic? With the Nine of Cups, this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I forgot to say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But either way, you're like, isn't my love unrealistic? Am I not worthy? Am I this difficult? So constantly you feel like love is not for you. And you're like, with the Strength card, Leo energy, you're like, but should I want to be and you're like, I want to be patient, I want to be courageous, I want to be compassionate. But it's like so hard, Michelle, it's so hard to be like this when I literally feel like I'm being punished, or I've been like used, or I've been cursed. You know what I'm saying? And with the World right here and the Two of Swords, and the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Pentacles and overall energy, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. It says right here, you say like, but every time I read or see a tarot reader says that completion is near, that it's a process, that I'm going to have a conclusion, or let's say I'm going to have, what is it called, closure. But you're like, but it's hard for me to see that, Michelle. Literally, you're like, you know what? It's been so bad lately that I blocked all my emotions. I'd rather not feel anything at all that continue to open up. That's somebody's feelings here. It's like, because I can't continue with imbalance or unfair relationships. I can't continue with breakup after breakup. I can't continue with lack of harmonies. I can't continue with imbalance in relationships. I'd rather not feel anything at all. And you're like, I'm overly invested in my job, overly invested in other things, because I just don't want to feel anymore. It's like financial stability is like almost never possible. And you're like, Michelle, what am I doing wrong? Is somebody cursed me? Did somebody put me in this? Like, am I being punished? And they want you to know that no. And this is going to be harsh for somebody to hear, but guess what? You are written to be the King of Pentacles. But let me go back. You know that a king, right? A king needs to be intellectual, needs to be compassionate, needs to be empathetic, right? Needs to be loving. But guess what? how can you become a king without any of those? Have you ever seen these people who have always had money, for example, and whenever they buy things, it's like nothing for them, and whenever they get things, they're never happy because they have never struggled in their life. So now, whenever you, if you have worked for your stuff, right? Whenever, for example, whenever I buy a shirt, whenever I buy something, or my boyfriend gets me something, or you guys give me gifts, I appreciate so much because I know how hard it is to work. I know how hard it is to get your money. So everything I'm given in life, even if it's a little lollipop, I appreciate it because I know, because you and I know how much that could cost. Whatever you buy, when people buy my readings, right, I appreciate it so much, and I give their all because people pay stuff with their life. Have you ever realized that you pay your stuff with time? You are giving yourself time. You are paying stuff. Everything you own is equivalent to time that you spend to make that money. That's why I appreciate everybody who does their reading, and that's why I always give my 1,000% on all my readings, because I appreciate that. So that is when I come with it. Somebody who has never appreciated nothing in life, you can give your arm and leg and they will never appreciate you. Now, for you to become this king, which is security, control, power, abundance, discipline, you needed to go through fire. Now that you have been going through fire for years, whenever you get to this stability, you are not going to look anybody down. You're not going to misplace your power. You're not going to mistreat anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why the YouTubers or people that you follow online, whoever has struggled, they continue to be humbled all the way to their success. People who come from successful people and they're just giving things, they don't care. They just don't care. And that's the thing. You cannot, the universe is seeing you as, and I'm not saying that, hey, go for it, because I've been struggling since I was like, I don't know, a young girl. But I do understand it now. And I'm saying, like, you are going to be abundant. You're going to have the love of your life. You're going to be fine. And I'm not going to say you're going to be thankful for all of this, because you may not. But at least you're going to understand why it happened, because you're able to be a vessel. Whenever you have the power, you're not going to misplace it. So whenever the universe wants to give you something, they want to make sure that they're not giving it to the wrong person, that you're going to be mistreating it or misplacing it, and they will regret giving you something. You know what I'm saying? With the Seven of Swords right here, they know that you have had your mental challenges, but they're saying, we set you free of those mental challenges. You're going to be fine. You're not going to longer struggle. You're not longer going to struggle. But they want you to know you have never been hexed or cursed. You are an angel on earth. But half of the time, you forget who you are, and we need to remind you. And whenever we give you something, we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing. Now, with the 10 of Wands in the reverse, taking on too much, avoiding responsibility. Sometimes you think by taking too much is going to clear the air. Going back to what I told you. Time management is one thing. Taking more than you can bear is another thing. You need to understand that you're human and you can do so much. Sacrificing for others doesn't always mean that you're going to get the recognition you expect. If the universe or the creator thought that you could have lived with 2 hours of sleep, they will make our bodies have 8 hours of sleep on 2. But it's not like that, right? If the universe knew that you were incapable of love or incapable of experiencing love, they would have never put a heart and emotions in you. Sometimes things happen on a different way. You know that you can love and you can be loved, not always in a relationship. That role, fulfill that role in different ways. But people don't see it like that sometimes, and that's why things in life don't always get fulfilled the way they should have or they could have. You know what I'm saying? For example, I speak Spanish, not English. I mean, I speak English, of course I'm speaking English, but it's not my first language. But if I utilize my accent as a blockage, I wouldn't have been where I am today. You know what I'm saying? Things could always work if you find a way, if you embrace, and if you find an exit to it. Celebration, friendship, creativity, and community. Cancer. Find your community. You're able to celebrate. You're able to have it all. But guess what? The Ace of Cups. Love, compassion, and emotions. Do you want to know how to get there? Do you want to know when it's going to get there? I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to give you a time frame as well. But if you want the extended, you want to actually become a member, because the extended part of this reading is going to be for my members. So you want to check it out. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll follow back. And a friendly reminder that my membership is only $1.99 a month. So again, this is the first part. If you want to get the extended, please go and check out my members. It's going to be in the description box below, the link.